Hey guys, this is WrestleForever. My name is Roger. We're going to do some short little videos here to kind of get you guys a feel of who we are, why we're here, why we're doing this. I'm going to go first. My name is Roger. And, man, I had some coffee driven down my mustache just now.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I knew this coffee cup was about... This is what you got to look forward for me. But, my name is Roger. And, I love me some wrestling, so that's why we kind of started this thing up. You know, I'm a fan of podcasts. I'm a fan of, video podcasts and stuff like that. A big fan of wrestling, and watching people do it. Like, why the hell not? Let's give it a try to here at WrestleForever. Yeah. So that's about it for me on that. We do have some questions to go over that each one of us will be answering, and we'll be discussing in between each other. But
yeah, absolutely.
One question I do want to ask each of y'all. We didn't even talk about this.
Okay.
What got you into wrestling?
I was so young when I started. I think my dad because we used to watch it together when I was a kid. So I'm just gonna assume that because I don't remember a specific event that happened that I just got into it. I just remember watching it, and it was on like Sunday mornings. I remember at that time. Yeah. When I was a kid, like it was on really early, and me and my dad would watch it. So I think that's really where it started for me.
Yeah, it's same place for me. Me and my father, we did not have a whole lot in common, especially growing up. He was very into sports and drinking beer, which is cool.
You're not into sports?
I'm not into sports. As you guys may know, I have never cared for sports. My dad was the kind of person that, he wanted his kids to play on the football team and stuff like that. And I never was interested in it. I was a nerd, and I still am a nerd. And, I'm grateful for the father that I was given because he did, he accepted how I was for the most part. But we could, connect on one level, and that was professional wrestling. We both love that. And, that's really where, that's probably the thing I cherish the most about, mine and my dad's relationship whenever I was younger is the fact that, we both loved wrestling. Everybody else could go out and do whatever, but we would be there watching Raw and stuff every single week. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, for me, I started watching wrestling with my older brother, and of course it was on Sunday mornings watching WWF Superstars.
Yeah.
And that's when I found out about Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. I was just taken in.
Yeah,
That was 26 years, 25 years.
Yeah, I probably started watching in 1994, 1995.
I think it was super early 90s when I did that I can remember, but I'm sure I watched. My dad had me in the room while he watched it. I'm sure before then.
None of my dad didn't watch it. At least I don't think he did. It was just
secretly he was.
It was just
Mark.
he was just a big Mark, big boss man Mark.
Oh god,
is he still?
No, but I just used to watch it with my brother and then all my friends and my brother's friends who would just have big pay-per-view parties. We watched mostly WCW.
Oh, that's what I did with the friends I had in the neighborhood. Is one parent took the bullet and decided to host it at their house that day, and all the other parents paid for the chip in because pay-per-views I think they were expensive then. I remember 60, 70 bucks.
Yeah,
I feel
they were very expensive.
It was worth it.
Sorry about the question about your dad. If that was uncomfortable,
no.
My dad's dead. If that makes you feel better.
Jesus,
it's an awkward.
True story. All right, let's get into them questions. The first one that we're going to ask them, everybody's going to go around and do, is 3 things that are going to happen in the year of 2018. I will do my 3 predictions first.
Okay.
First,
hit us with it.
Roman Reigns does not get over. He does not get over with the crowd. Also, Vince's experiment with Roman Reigns and getting him over does not end in 2018. We are going to continue forward with that.
Is he going to be just booked the same way? They're going to
keep trying? He's still going to be.
So they're not going to try like some different angle or something. It's just going to be the same old.
Yep.
That just never happens.
Same
so
crap,
not even,
different
like,
day.
Trying to even turn him heel. Like they're just going to try to keep him as a face and just. Oh my god.
It's gonna be the same stuff that we've been getting this whole time. And like, I don't want to, say that I'm, I do appreciate Roman Reigns. I do appreciate his work. I think he puts on decent matches.
Yeah, he does.
But the fact is that a large majority of the WWE fan base does not click with Roman Reigns, and it's more or less the force-fed feeling of it. I think that really, really kills it. I think a lot of people would probably agree with that, but I think it's going to continue to happen because we're 3 years in now of it, and Vince hasn't quit yet. So this will be his.
Ain't no stopping Vince now.
in my opinion, this is going to be his third WrestleMania to headline, and that is. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. That shows, hey, we're not giving up. So
you think he's gonna main event?
I sure do. I think he's going against Lesnar, and I think he's taking that belt.
So do you want to do one prediction each? Because then I have a prediction that goes off of that.
Okay, go ahead.
So my prediction, though, one of my predictions is Finn Balor wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
And he faces Brock Lesnar for the Universal title.
Does he win it?
Yes.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
That is bold, and I will love it if it happens, but I just do not see it happening.
I don't see it happening either. Only because of the matches they're sticking him in. Like, if they're trying to build him up, they better build him up fast.
Well, a lot of times, too, they'll do, like, the low-profile matches or whatever to build into something like a Royal Rumble win. So it's low-profile, nobody sees it coming, it gives the element of surprise. But I still don't think... Roman Reigns, the plan has been to get him in against Brock for round 2. He's taking that belt off of Brock.
I just got a feeling.
Can I ask you who you think's winning Rumble then?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay, so you actually have a similar prediction for me, which I think Nakamura is going to win the Rumble to face AJ at Mania.
Yeah.
Because that's what the fans want, and I feel like Vince is going to throw us one bone and give us something the fans desperately want, which is a replay of Wrestle Kingdom 11.
Yeah.
To have AJ and Nakamura finally go. I don't know. The only thing I don't know about that is if they're just going to do face versus face for that, which they could.
Yeah.
And just make it a competitive thing, or if AJ's going to go heel on this one. I don't know if Knox going heel.
So what you're telling me is that
you could just keep them apart.
His DVR. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
He's behind.
Yeah.
They could just. They could keep them apart and just keep building forward to it.
They planted the seed a few months ago.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they planted the seed, and I think people got a little hype for it.
I think we're gonna get payoff.
I think you don't need a Rumble match win for that. I don't
think so either, but I think it's
and I think Finn, for me, I think Finn winning the Rumble and then realizing that he has to face Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I think that's just like the ultimate David versus Goliath match.
All right. Well,
go ahead, Roger.
I would love to see it happen. Okay, number 2 prediction of 2018. This is the year of Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
Braun he's super hot right now, and I think he's going to get massively over across 2018 to the point where I believe that he is going to be a Universal Champion in 2018, unless something weird happens and they flop him over brands. In which case, he'll be the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I'm definitely on board with that.
Is he taking the title off of Brock?
No, I don't think he's taking the title off of Brock.
You think he's taking it off of Roman?
He's taking it off of Roman.
Yeah, okay.
They've already built that story. They've already planted. Braun is the guy that Roman struggles to beat. He can beat him, but it's very few and far between, and he has to try to murder him on TV.
Right.
So does anybody under 250 ever win the world championship again?
Right. Besides
AJ could get it back. I mean, they could they could they'll be able to play a match off of it, I'm sure, but
Okay.
Yeah, Braun is.
I'm all about Braun.
See,
Yeah,
I kind
love
of
him.
thought Braun had a good 2017.
He did.
He's
So like,
most improved.
Yeah, I think for sure he's had like a meteoric rise too.
Yeah, he's getting them pops.
so yeah, to have a even bigger
Catch them
2018.
hands.
would be
Yeah,
good.
you can catch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That was a great promo.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
How many running power slams did those guys get?
Oh my god, it had to be at least 10, 5 each.
He's like,
My gosh.
you can keep being a cheerleader, or you can catch these hands.
And you just see Heath's face just like, just dumbfounded. I enjoyed that so much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good. His
he's
promos get
so
better because
good,
he keeps them short and sweet.
Yeah, and he's a very like watching like the Stone Cold podcast and stuff with him. Anytime that he has an appearance, he's very well spoken.
Yeah.
And
Just a country boy.
he seems like a really nice guy, and it's cool to watch.
Yeah.
The difference in his character. And even now that he's kind of becoming a face, and the little goofy things like letting him dress up like an elf for Christmas and stuff like that, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he seems to be the wrestler that everyone's totally comfortable with suspending disbelief with.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they dress him up like an elf. Everyone's seen Wonder Braun, and nobody cares because when he's on, it's like everyone buys into he's the beast. He's the monster among men.
He's oh my god.
And he had good match after good match last year. The only like low point I would say was his match with Brock. And
That's everyone's low
I
point.
enjoyed that match.
I thought it was okay.
I thought
just
for what it was, I enjoyed it.
Was it SummerSlam where they had the
No, his low
Fatal 4-Way?
I think his low
Because
point.
that match was awesome.
Yeah.
His match with Brock wasn't great. I think his lowest point was that stupid match with Miz and Kane, and it just went on way too long.
A lot of people like that match.
I don't know why.
Meltz thought it was good too.
Well,
Big
blows,
Dick Meltz.
it blows my damn mind because I was like, this match
it dragged on forever.
makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense, and it dragged on forever. I was just like, they need to end this.
Yep.
This is weird. And it's not working.
So do I need to hit you with one of my two controversial predictions?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think
This has become the Ryan and Kyle or Roger and Kyle segment. Ryan, we'll get to you, buddy.
It's okay. I've given one.
Okay.
yeah.
Nakamura
You want to go since we kind of stole your thunder on the last one?
What, with the knock winning Royal Rumble to face
Yeah.
AJ? No, I mean, yeah. So I'm going to go with one that's probably the safest is I think Ronda Rousey's debuting at Rumble. I think she's coming out at 30, and I think she wins it.
I don't know if it'll be Rumble. I think it is safe to say that I think Ronda will be here in 2018.
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed she'll do that. It's probably it might be a little early, but if you're gonna have her debut,
I think
the Rumble's a good
You guys
one.
are more bold than I was. I did very broad. Yeah. Like I want to look back in a year and say, hey, you know what? I was pretty damn close at the very least. You guys have like spot on. Like this is when they're coming out. This is what they're wearing. This is what they ate earlier that day.
I don't know what she's wearing. I assume she'll. I have a feeling she's coming dressed as a UFC fighter for some odd reason. But like, I think she debuts at 30. I think
she
it
has
gives her
Jimmy
good
John
reason.
shorts on.
Oh god, and bounces around the ring.
No knee pads.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would say like Asuka's a good chance to win, but I think Absolution's gonna team up and get her out, so that way you can keep her strong and have her get ganged up on. I kind of think Ronda. I'm trying to think who could Ronda throw out last.
It's got to be Charlotte.
Is Charlotte in the Rumble?
She's a champ.
She's a champ. She won't be in the Rumble.
Is she the champ right now?
Yeah, she's the champ, so it's not gonna be her. I was thinking someone like Paige.
Shit.
I was thinking somebody like Paige, or like she comes and just runs right through Absolution. Like the last 3 women in the ring are Absolution, and then Ronda debuts at 30 and throws all 3 of them out to come in like the freaking undefeated
what I would love
thing.
So much though is just Ronda throwing out Sasha Banks. I think
Don't you think Sasha's winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
I do, but if Ronda's showing up, oh my god!
Well, I think it's safe to say that if Ronda shows up, she's going to win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's throwing her over the rope.
No.
Yeah. So that's one of my predictions.
That's a pretty good one.
Kyle, you want to throw us one, buddy?
Yeah, I'll throw a broad one that's very controversial. I say Jinder Mahal will be champ again in 2018.
Do you think he will be a champ or the champ?
Ooh.
Like, are we talking U.S. title holder, or are we talking about the
Because I think
championship?
that's plausible. I think him getting the strap again in 2018, the world title is
I'm trying to.
I think they're done with that experiment.
You know what? I'm gonna. If this is a prediction, I'll say he'll be the WWE champ.
Okay.
Oh man.
Well, you know what? And I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but I did not mind Jinder Mahal. I did not think he put on the best matches.
No.
I thought his reign went on too long. That's the only thing. I think he got stale.
I agree.
I think that, but I think, for what he was given from starting out as a jobber, it's straight to the top of one of the brands. Like, he looked like a champion. He held that belt well. He was arrogant.
So.
He needed, for me, he needed promo skills a little bit better. He did do the same promo over and over where it was a little bit annoying. For a while there, his feud with AJ also went on too long. I was so sick of seeing AJ fight the Sings or one of them or Jinder or some, I was so sick of seeing those matches. I was like, please give AJ a feud that's worthy here.
And an interesting thing that I read today actually was Jinder Mahal had the most matches in WWE in 2017. He wrestled 181 times.
Like on TV or just all together, house shows and everything?
Yeah, total.
Wow.
Barry Corbin was second.
Wow. Well, they're the two people who weren't injured in 2017, that's for sure. So, I mean, for some reason, I feel like I heard Jinder was injured, but he was just wrestling kind of halfway
He was
injured.
sick, I think. He
might have been sick.
Okay.
There was one point where he was sick.
Okay.
But yeah, Jinder Mahal will be champ again.
All right.
I'd love to. We need to do an episode where you book that and how that works.
We're gonna have to break out No Mercy on the 64. We'll have to create a character, okay?
The modern day.
Yeah.
All right,
Ryan, you got any more left?
I do. I have one more left. Do you want to go on your second? Or you already said Brian has 2018. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last one, this is also not just a prediction. This is a hope, is that Vince finally lets Daniel wrestle and we get Daniel versus Shane at Mania. And they're already teasing it. It's out there. It's almost like they're putting it out there, hoping Vince comes around. And I hope he does, because the feud between them gets better through the week.
It has. It's been the one thing that I've been looking forward to on SmackDown.
Yeah,
actually,
it's weird trying to tell who's the heel and the face in that.
I know, and I
it really blurs
that
line.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that. So I'd love to see them fight at Mania. Give Daniel Bryan another WrestleMania.
I think he will wrestle in WWE again.
Yeah, I hope he does.
I think by SummerSlam.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't. I mean,
he said he wouldn't. He said if he's not wrestling by WrestleMania, he probably wouldn't wrestle in WWE again.
Yeah, which means he's so big, he can go make tons of money elsewhere, wherever he wants. Sure. But that means we have to go find it every time we want to go actually see him. And it's just, I'd like to see him on the biggest stage.
Sure. He deserves it.
I want to see him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Plus, I want to see Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm still. They built towards that. Where
who would you like to win that? I totally would go for the Miz, man.
You want the? Oh god, that would be some.
It'd be the ultimate burn, dude.
It'd be the ultimate heat. He would never have felt heat like that one.
Oh my gosh.
It's building towards Daniel Bryan beating him, and then
because Miz is starting to get over. So like people are starting to cheer for the Miz more and more, and this is the first time that I'm really seeing like, oh wow, people really get into the Miz. I think if they had a moment like that, it could produce a level of heat, kind of like whenever you remember whenever Jericho beat Triple H for the title, and then immediately they reversed it and Triple H got it back, and people hated Triple H for it.
Oh yeah.
There was like almost a never ending, like you could cut the tension in the air.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing. So like, if they let Daniel Bryan lose to the Miz, especially even if it's wonky or whatever, just reverse the decision. WWE does wonky stuff all the time, so that would generate so much heat back onto the Miz.
I would love that.
Oh yeah,
but I would love to see Daniel Bryan versus Shane. I'd love the storyline. I think it would fit perfectly.
Yeah, the only thing I could see that maybe it won't happen. But, I mean, Shane usually does all the hard spots.
Yeah.
But Shane being vastly inexperienced compared to some of the other wrestlers, they may want, if they're going to return him, put him in the ring with somebody who's a little safer, a little bit knows what they're doing a little bit more. I mean, like an AJ or somebody like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
AJ can be stiff, too, though.
He can, but I think he knows... he knows it so well that he can do either one and still put on a good match. I just don't know if, like, Shane McMahon with his... he's clunky, man. His matches are entertaining. But they are not graceful.
Yeah, but he's also
there's nothing graceful
he's
about
entertaining, but he's also not a professional.
Yeah,
right.
Anybody else got any predictions left other than me?
I got one, and this is another controversial one.
Okay.
Kurt Hawkins will win his first match in 2018 against Samoa Joe. I've got it booked. I think it would just go perfect.
Why Samoa Joe?
I think Samoa Joe. I
hope we get comments just on that one. Just people like, you're insane.
Samoa Joe losing to Kurt Hawkins would just be fun to watch.
I feel like...
I think Joe would just destroy Hawkins afterwards.
I think Joe may walk out of WWE.
No.
If that's how he's
kind of like whenever Kalisto beat Braun in that dumpster match.
There you go.
It's going to be like that.
You think it's going to be like...
I didn't say it was going to be clean.
Is this... Did you like, go to like the third page of Google on
see somebody's Reddit?
Yeah.
Some weirdos Reddit.
This is
That's quite a bold prediction. I don't know why you even chose Samoa Joe.
I'll tell you what.
I just think he's got the perfect...
If that happens...
In here, in my mind, it just works out perfect.
I'll tell you what. If that happens by the end of the year, Ryan will shave his head.
Yeah. I'll shave it bald.
Can we get a...
We'll shave it for him.
Megan would kill me if that comes true.
Alrighty. I got my final prediction here.
All right. Go for it.
Undertaker returns for another match.
At Mania?
I
don't know if it'll be at Mania. I mean, I would assume that it'll be at Mania.
Well, it's at Mania New Orleans, right?
Yes.
So
we know he's coming back for the 25th Raw, 25th anniversary of Raw, and
and he did lose his streak in New Orleans. Who's he fight at Mania then? If that's when you got him coming back?
I would. Well, if I was doing an Undertaker returns match, I would like to see it against Brock and have Taker go on top.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love that.
Nice little redemption.
But it ain't going to be... That is not going to happen this WrestleMania because he's booked with Roman. Okay, that's happening.
He's booked with Finn, I'm telling you.
He's booked with who cares? I don't even have...
I don't give
Last year the plan was Taker Cena, and I think that might be... they say that Cena has a big match planned for him. Unless that match is Daniel Bryan, then it's...
Okay.
It's Undertaker.
See, there's another person. You stick him with John Cena, someone who can be safe in the ring and still put on a good match.
Brother-in-law versus brother-in-law?
Yeah. And an argument over dinner that turns into a Mania moment.
But Cena and Undertaker, I feel like I would like that match. I would like the end of that.
Would you? Okay.
Better. I know a lot of people don't want Undertaker wrestling again, but...
Yeah, I'm just worried for his
life.
Not
to Roman,
man. He's gonna die.
Not to Roman. And that's that match was good. The finish was good, and I would accept that as an ending to his wonderful career. But
here's
it's Roman, man.
The reason why
it's part of the experiment.
Who goes on top?
Cena
goes over Undertaker.
Yep.
Okay. Well, okay. The
real question: does he come out as American Badass?
Yeah. Is he on the motorcycle as the dead man and mixes finally? We get that merging.
He's got to have that old man Logan feel about him.
Does he have Limp Bizkit play live?
Yeah.
That's the one storyline I wish they would have done last year with Taker and Reigns. Mm-hmm. Was like an old man Logan.
Yeah. I think that would have been awesome. Like, just give him the he knows he's going to lose.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to make him lose. That is an awesome story right there.
The only reason I wouldn't like to see Taker and Cena, besides me worrying about the man's health in the ring, is because I feel like if they do it, WWE is going to be, it's a one-off. They don't do any build. They don't do any feud. It's just like, here you go. It's what y'all kind of wanted. I'd like to see a feud that goes from Rumble all the way, or from Raw, really, that leads all the way to Mania, and then you get the payoff at Mania. I want to see a storyline, a feud, some promos versus each other. Like, give him his last, hurrah, instead of just all right, here's your match.
Yeah.
Show up, New Orleans, be there.
Yeah.
Because that just, I don't know, I feel like that just kind of That's not a way to go out.
Yeah.
Give him a good last feud. That's awesome. And then
Cena wants that match too. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Who wouldn't want that match?
Yeah.
I'm sure Reigns was absolutely giddy to be gifted it. So
yeah.
I'm sure he probably sat down and talked to Vince about it. And goes, people are going to hate me for this.
Yeah.
And they did.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to actually think the Undertaker is actually the dead man.
Like, yeah, he's not going to give up.
Like he died years ago and nobody told him.
He just keeps coming back. Like.
Yep. Alrighty, guys, we got a couple more minutes left, so let's go. Let's do the last question. We'll start with Kyle. We'll go to me, and then to Ryan. Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time has to be the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. No one's ever done it better. Not even Flair.
Not even Flair. Flair's a good choice too, but yeah, I love me
I don't
some
believe
Shawn
that
Michaels.
16-time champion thing. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
It's fictional.
I would have to go with The Undertaker. Everybody knows,
Shawn.
like you guys will learn quickly.
Mark.
I love The Undertaker. I always have loved The Undertaker. I have artwork stored at my grandmother's house of me being, 8 and 9 years old drawing pictures of Undertaker. It never stopped. Like he was like something. He was so different, and I grew up in a small country town. I was a bit different than everybody else too. I didn't paint a blood drop under my eye or wear a bunch of black clothing or anything like that. But I stuck out a little different than everybody else, and I kind of related to that, weird, mysterious character, and even going through
6'11".
Yeah. Even going in through my adult life, there was a point where I didn't watch wrestling. The only thing I kept up with was The Undertaker.
What's old Take doing?
But, yep, that's what The Undertaker said. But, yeah, that's my greatest.
He's definitely on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For me, I think you got to give it to Stone Cold. Even though his career was him being over was fairly short because he broke his neck thanks to Owen Hart. And stuff like that. I think still, you just never seen something like that at that point. It was so crazy.
I don't think you're ever going to see another Stone Cold again.
No, you won't.
No.
And so, and when I think of, the embodiment of, the total package of wrestler, that's who always comes to mind. Is Stone Cold
you think
Steve
of, just wrestling in general, or, something that you associate with, you hear something random like breaking glass. What do you think of? Stone Cold. No matter what, you can be at a construction site, you hear glass breaking, like Stone Cold.
He's here somewhere.
He's just he's always in your mind, man.
He's good.
All those middle fingers, dude.
I don't think you get better. He might be the best promo person ever.
Yeah.
It could.
He didn't need
make an
anything
argument.
either. He just
what?
He could be the best promo person ever too. Oh yeah.
Got you good.
Yeah. I was like, it's kind of fucking.
I think that's where we'll head it out, guys.
Yeah.
We are WrestleForever. I'm Roger.
I'm Kyle.
Ryan.
And be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We should be getting all of our audio spots, everything up soon. We'll start linking it in the videos below. But yeah, go ahead and keep looking out for us because 2018 is going to be a great year and we plan to stick around for it. So
yeah.
See ya.
Take it easy, guys.